Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together, your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th is a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 14 carries, 78 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Demir Bird. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over.
The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Play action. It's Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd and very short, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Cousins gives way to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Back to the ground, Cook.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Folk connects on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet,
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Montgomery on the counter gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. These 2 teams all tied after 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
On play action, Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he's got some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action. Cousins. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And Folk's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Off play action, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Good job, good job. Come on, guys, let's go.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. Cook able to escape. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Cousins to throw it. Quickly to Thielen here. And he's going to have a first down here. It's also into field goal range at the 28. Final play of the half. Cousins. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
You ain't doing nothing today.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
They threw it. They just threw the flag.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Mike 5-5.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields flushed out right. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Fields on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, got his man, and it's caught. A Chicago touchdown. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra look at this.
After reviewing the play, the field stands.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
Now Cook running right. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 27, Cousins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the red zone now, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again. Here the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cousins will try and throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I'm coming after you. Hey, watch out, go. Check flight 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields eluding the pressure right. Gets around him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
Flush to his right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Right there.
Running left, Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Now a throw here to his running back. Able to avoid him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Shoves him aside. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
2nd and 2. Fields now to throw.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown. That's called Marquise Goodwin. 56 yards.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Cousins
completes this to Jefferson, and they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock a more pressing factor. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Cousins again, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it's going to be second down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
On the return, it's Bird.
this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week.